really quickly before the podcast starts, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for your continued support. It means the absolute world to us. I know I speak on behalf of both Patrick and Teddy when I say it means the world to us. It is just incredible. We recently passed 18 subscribers, which means that there are 15 of you out there listening in who actually want to see the stuff that we make. And that's insane to us. I never would have imagined that there would be 15 people that want to see the stuff that we make. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. If you guys have any ideas of how the content can improve, please consider leaving comments down below. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Other than that, just thank you. But enough of that.
Let's get right into the
podcast. That one was probably so loud. Podcast. Okay, I think we're probably good.
Oh man,
That's probably good.
maybe
What if
that
I
just
just-
be our intro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if I don't edit this at all? It's just us saying that over and over.
Hey, by
and
the
over.
way-
Yeah, Patrick has a working soundboard now. All right, let's get into it. First and foremost, so this is not the 5th podcast technically. It is, but we recorded a video last week, and I thought it was a very funny episode. I personally thought it was like a very good podcast, and then the audio got deleted. It got like horribly warped and was just entirely unusable, which was very, very disappointing.
Incredibly.
Yeah, so this is like the 5.5 episode. How do you say that? This is the 5.5.
Yeah,
This
five.
episode is 5.5.
Yeah.
Episode 5, 2.0.
This one's gonna require a lot of editing. It sounds like.
We're doing it with completely different topics, though.
That's true. Yeah, we're not gonna talk. You guys will never hear the story of Patrick and Teddy's ghost experiences,
No,
nor my story of turtles and Jesus. So, very
it's all
sorry.
lost in the void.
All lost to the void. Speaking of the void, go watch our previous video, the tier list. We had a lot of fun making it. I think it's one of our finer works, honestly.
Give it a like.
Yeah, give it a like or subscribe. A lot of you guys are watching our videos and not subscribing. Subscribe, man. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Don't you want more content?
Do I have to threaten you?
You cowards.
Oh my god.
I don't want any of you on this channel anymore. I'm kidding. Please subscribe. It helps us out a lot. What do you want to talk about today? What do you want to talk about first? How have you guys been so far? Because it's been 2 weeks since we've done something like this.
I'm pretty good. I've just been doing a lot of work, a lot of driving. It's been very fun.
Yeah. I've just been at school.
I've moved back to school. I'm back on campus. And it's been very difficult. I'm taking like an upper theology class. I have to take that class if I want to graduate, which I do. And so our school also switched to like a block system. So instead of being like 4 classes that you take for a semester, you have 4 weeks where you take 1 class. So it's 3-hour classes every day for a week, for 4 weeks. And it's just been brutal. It's like constant 4 hours of reading. Then I have to write a 2-page paper every day. And then I've got essays due every week. And I've got a group project due this week. And it's just like, it's been insane.
What?
Yeah,
Sounds
no,
fun.
it's brutal.
You're still able to get out that video last week, too.
Yeah,
And we're
dude.
still able to crank out a video. I got another video in the works that I'm excited about. Originally, I didn't want to admit that I was working on like a big project because if I do and then I don't finish it and it doesn't come out, I look like a jackass. But by saying that I've got a big project coming out, it kind of forces me to make it. You kind of have no choice or else you look stupid. So I am working on we're going to be working on a big project coming up here and I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, you better get hyped.
Yeah, get excited. We're looking forward to the upcoming months of this channel.
Put your hands up.
We're also going to be playing Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yep.
We're not. That's not true.
Get hyped.
That's very untrue.
I wish. Actually, I really don't. Listen, I'm gonna do a controversial take. Fortnite is bad. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I don't like the Battle Royale setting.
Do you
like that
do you not
genre.
like it, or you think it's it's actually bad. You just don't happen to like it.
That's a good
I
question.
just don't really like it personally, but I get why some people would. But for me, it's just not anything I am interested in at all. I've tried it a couple times, and like I said on our previous podcast with the world famous Taco, that you guys should go watch.
Go watch all the way through. Not this
Yeah.
3 minutes in garbage. I want the full 1 hour viewing.
It's really dramatic. Like there's some lore in there that you'll never learn.
Honestly,
if you don't
yeah,
watch
you guys
You're-
probably you don't even know about the Jake Paul incident. You don't know about the Minecon plane crash. I mean,
it.
that's labeled on there. If you guys go back and watch the video, I broke it into like chapters, and one of them is titled like the Great Minecon Plane Crash.
I think I saw that actually.
But you guys won't know that unless you watch the video.
Yeah, so go watch it.
But what were we talking about? Yeah, Fortnite. And then Fall
Oh.
Guys is huge right now. Fall Guys is massive, and that's a battle royale, right?
It's like a
It's like a mini game royale.
It is, yeah.
It's like Mario Party mini games, but if you die in real life.
If you die in the game. We talked about this last week. We talked about
we talk about it every week, every day.
we talked about Sword Art Online and how much I don't like that show. We talked about how that's just not like a good plot. A lot of anime uses that if you die in the game, you die in real life. And at first it was cool, but now it's just kind of like useless. Stupid. It's overdone.
Yeah, it's overused.
Also, when I said when you die in the game, you die in real life, for whatever reason, the first thing that popped into my mind was Space Jam. And I don't know, because that has nothing to do with video games.
Yeah, but isn't that true though? Like I thought something really bad happened if they lost that game of basketball, didn't it?
They were probably gonna like skin Michael Jordan alive or something.
yeah,
I don't know.
star in the sequel
That
that's
was
coming out.
Are they actually making a sequel?
That was the
Yes.
bad ending.
The bad ending is they skin Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I could actually no, I could. I was gonna say I could see them doing that, but probably not. It's a bit intense.
Hold on.
So what are they doing in the Space Jam sequel? Does he go back to Toontown or whatever?
I have no idea.
Do you guys remember Toontown, like the Disney like online MMORPG where everyone looked like Goofy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin was into that, I remember.
I was not. I was more of a Pirates of the Caribbean Online or Wizards 101 kind of guy.
Yeah.
Pirates was the one for me.
The Pirates of the Caribbean Online. Well, I couldn't pay for the membership, and so I would just I would do the first you could only get to like level 7 or something, and I would just start a new character over every time I got to level 7 with a new email.
I remember doing that
So
for a little bit.
you never progressed, you just always stayed at the
No, I don't know what
Bare
happens in
minimum?
that game. I'll never know how that game progresses or ends.
What was that other Pirates of the Caribbean game you played?
Oh, the one on the Wii?
No way.
Well, no,
I
I
had
thought
that
you
one
played
too.
another online one too. That's where because I used to know your old, and that's where the origin was. You know.
Oh, what was that?
You know
Was
what I'm
that
talking about?
that might have been Pirates of the Caribbean Online, or maybe it was Pirates 101, the Wizards 101 knockoff.
I don't remember.
Pirates 101. Did you play Wizards 101, Anthony or Patrick?
I did, yeah.
I was
Oh,
a big
dude.
Wizards fan for a little
That
bit.
shit rocked.
I very much enjoyed it.
I replayed it recently, bro. Well, not recently.
How recently?
Maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. Like I had nothing else to do because of certain things that were happening, and
It's
so
still
I
up?
decided to try and play it. Yeah, it's up, and it fucking
still play-
blows.
They're still
It's so
paying.
boring.
It's
Still
bad.
pay for the servers.
Yeah, they do. I guess there's enough people that play it. Like when I was playing, it seemed pretty full.
I kind of want to do a Patrick and I used to play a game called Neverwinter, which was like the
I've heard of that.
adolescent version of Wizard 101, and I think that'd be such a fun not playthrough. Like I don't want to play through the whole game, but like a one-off where we just play it for like a couple hours and edit it down to like a 7-minute video. I think that'd be so fun.
I'm gonna look it up because I've heard of it, but I don't know what it looks like.
It looks like Wizards of No, not Wizards of Waverly Place. What's the what's that game called? Wow, World of Warcraft.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like that.
It's like a poor man's version of World of Warcraft.
Did you guys play Lord of the Rings online?
No, did you?
I did. I didn't pay for a membership. I always did the free thing, dude. But it was gripping for the first like 20 minutes you got to play for the demo.
Okay, wait, why are they making a Gollum themed video game?
I am so confused about
A
that.
what thing?
There's a Gollum video game, like where you play as Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
That's coming out now?
Like in the year of 2021, it'll be released.
Oh, that sounds kind of. What did they get? What's his name again to do all the mocap?
Andy said, probably not. Probably didn't get him to
I
do the
can look.
voice.
I can look. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll
look
be
it
the
up.
research guy today.
Yeah, here on this podcast, we only support truth and fact. We would never lie to our audience, especially about General George Armstrong Custer.
No, that would never happen.
I can't remember, but I think we were wildly incorrect about whatever we said about him.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, really? That's funny.
I just don't remember what our claims about him were.
Upcoming action adventure. Okay, I don't see anything that says he's in it, but hold on, I'm gonna keep looking.
I thought it was like a strategy game. It's an action adventure. Do you play like? How is that?
I think it's supposed to be a like stealth-based action adventure game starring Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
This sounds like a randomly generated idea. This sounds like that sounds like a horrible game.
I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking.
I wouldn't want to play it. I hate to say it.
I mean, I get the other ones they made. Have you heard of them? Like the Shadow of Mordor.
Those were cool.
Yeah.
Those were cool.
That shit rocked. But that sounds fucking stupid. Like, not to be like, but why? That doesn't make any sense. That's like the least interesting part. His whole story has already been told in multiple media. Like, how else can they do it?
What if we get to see how he got out of the cave?
Didn't we see that in the movie?
Yeah, I thought we saw that in The Hobbit.
In The Hobbit, he's in a cave, and then in The Lord of the Rings, he's not in a cave.
But do you remember in Lord of the Rings 3, Return of the King, when it has an intro where it shows
where they're fighting over
Gollum.
the ring?
Yeah.
He kills his what was it, his brother?
It's like his cousin or something.
His
name's like Deagle.
Yeah, it was
like a desert eagle. I don't get it.
And he kills him. He fucking chokes him out. I remember that scene scared me when I watched it.
And he slowly transforms into the CGI version.
Yes. Like immediately. Dude. I thought it was like a slow process.
That film is visceral, bro.
Well, I always wondered how come Smeagol immediately turns into like a decrepit version of himself, but Frodo is fine and he's touching the ring the whole time.
Well, I think
because what's his
hundreds of years.
Yeah, Smeagol's like thousands of years old, I thought.
But he started changing like immediately.
No, I think it was meant to be like a what's it called?
Oh, it was like a time lapse?
Yeah, it was like a time lapse, yeah.
Oh, that would make sense.
I know what's his name changed because of the ring. Bilbo. You know that one scene where he jump scares everyone?
Yeah. I hated that. It was stupid. Oh, that scared me too.
That seems dumb.
I've been thinking a lot about like not childhood trauma, but just like shows and stuff that terrified me as a kid. And I just want to ask, like, what like movies or videos or whatever, like what terrified you as a kid that you remember?
Ghost Rider, the first one.
Starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. I remember, bro. It really fucking scared me so bad. We were watching it and I was like, this is the coolest movie I've ever seen, dude. Like he's got a flaming skull and he's riding on a bike. And then like I think it was some horrible CGI monster or something, but it was disturbing enough to me as a young kid that I just had to like go upstairs and fucking give up on the movie, even though I thought it was so cool because I just couldn't look at that fucking one guy again. But then I rewatched it like maybe 4 years ago. That movie fucking sucks. And really? I don't know why I had this fucking fear of it for so long. Not for like a really long time, but like I was like, I remember just that movie fucking jump scaring me at some point. And I looked up the exact scene and I can see why it would scare like a 5-year-old or however old I was, but shit sucks. Don't watch that movie. The second one is bad too. So just stay away from Ghost Rider in general.
Don't watch those in general.
That's my consensus.
Too scary for kids, not good enough for an adult.
Yeah, I'd just say, yeah, I agree with that.
What about you, Pat? What do you remember scaring you?
Well, I talked about it over text the other day. Should I go into that?
Oh yeah, you can go into that. Yeah.
Scary stories to tell in the dark. That one story, Nitai Dodie Walker.
Yep, Mita Dodi Walker.
Ooh.
That one terrified me because there's like a dog in it that starts like speaking English.
Yeah.
And
But it says like
a chip. Yeah. I don't
what
know.
is it, like
It's just,
Lynchy Kinchy
yeah, it
Lynchy
sounds like
Kinchy
rhyme.
something
Yeah.
something.
It sounds like rhyming words, and then the head falls on the chimney. And like for like 3 years after I read that book, like I would never go into the room that had the chimney in it in my old house. I wouldn't go near the chimney at all. Like I was scared of it, even like during the day.
There
Yeah.
was one like Barney episode, and I was at Teddy's house and I was like digging for it, searching for it, and I could not find it. There was an episode of Barney where they're like camping and they go into a cave and Barney's got like not a torch. He's got like like an oil lantern or something, and he goes in and they're singing like the ants go marching one by one or something. And he goes in the cave to figure out what's making that noise. And there's like it's probably just like a guy in a bear suit or something, but it horrified me. It was so scary. I don't know why. I think it's just the fact that Barney was scared. They showed Barney being afraid, and I was like, okay, this is scary. If Barney's scared of it, I should be scared of it. I don't remember what it was, but it terrified me. And then we were looking at videos that scared you, Teddy. We were trying to find it, and it was like some weird it was mouse related or something. I don't remember.
Oh, I totally remember what you're talking about.
I just don't remember what it was.
I can't remember it either. Damn. I totally.
It was super weird. I have no weird stuff like that scared me as a kid.
I get you.
There was one I remember because I also really enjoyed the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark series, and there were knockoffs of it. And one was called Scary Stories to Tell on Stormy Nights. And it had one story about kids who would like swim down to the bottom of a river and put a little clay figurine down there, and they would each take turns like swimming down to pick it up. And then eventually one kid like never came back up. And then his body floated to the top of the river and his eyes were bulging out, and the water came out in like tentacles, like a tentacle form, and like grabbed one of the kids and beat her on the river's surface until she died.
Oh.
And then from that point on, the water just like hunted down children. It was called Water Everywhere.
Damn.
What was this, a book you said?
It was like a short story, like a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark knockoff. And that one story like traumatized me.
Damn. I have a story like that. I started reading a book about maybe the Loch Ness Monster, I think. And it starts with like the Loch Ness Monster eating somebody, but it was like labeled as a young adult novel, like a young adult like mystery novel or something like that. And I was about maybe 7, and I was reading it, and it's like just this vivid description of this man being eaten alive slowly by the Loch Ness Monster.
Why?
And so I was like, what the fuck, man? And so I tried reading through the rest of it, but I kept like having nightmares about getting eaten by the Loch Ness Monster. So I had to stop reading it. To this day, I can't remember what that book was called, and I've looked for it, but I don't remember what it was. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Loch Ness Monster like eating people. I always assumed he was like a vegetarian or something.
It's like straight
herbivore.
It raises from the depths of the ocean and snatches this guy off of a boat and eats him alive in front of like his kids in the very first fucking pages of the book. Yeah, it horrified me.
I was scared of the the Goosebumps one, the blob that ate everyone. Do you remember that one?
I loved that one. The big pink slob thing.
And like the end of the story was like, it was like the blobs were right in the book or something.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the typewriter thing where it brought it to life.
Yeah, but like the ending was that the whole thing that we just experienced was just a story
Written by the
that
blobs.
yeah, like in a blob society or something. I don't know.
I have a lot of respect for R.L. Stine because he threw a ton of like weird twists at the end of his books.
Yeah, it's like an eldritch horror ending.
It's kind of
Where
terrifying.
all of reality was just nothing all along.
Very sad ending. R.L. Stine's, did anyone die in Goosebumps ever? Like, it was always implied.
I don't remember.
Oh my god, do you remember the Animorphs books?
I never read one, but I remember their covers were just too weird for me. I was like, why would this convince me to read this book?
I never read them either. I have no idea what they were about. But just like these weird, vivid depictions of people turning into like rats. That was
Exactly.
terrifying.
No way. It's a turnoff. Like 100%. It's gross. Get it out of my face. Like,
What were they
get it out of
about?
the library in my elementary school, please. I don't want to look at this anymore.
They were disgusting. And there's nothing appealing about that to me.
No.
I was more interested in Greek mythology for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, Percy Jackson. Did anybody
Oh,
read
yes.
that?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
We're all readers. Damn.
yeah.
That was
My
a big.
favorite was the second one. What's it called? Like the eye or some eye of something?
Sea of Monsters.
Or yeah, Sea of Monsters.
Oh
What am I
yeah.
thinking of then? Oh, it's just there's the Cyclops. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What's his name? Not Pythagoras.
Polly
What's his-
something. I don't know what it. I don't know
Polly
what it
Shore.
means.
Polly Shore.
It's not Polly Shore.
Polly D.
Polyamorous. I don't remember.
Literally
The
about-
guy with one eye, and they stab him with a tree trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very vividly.
that's literally just copied and pasted from like
Like the
What's it
actual
called?
mythology.
yeah, the actual mythology is like he got stabbed in the eye so he couldn't see very well. He was like
Mm-hmm.
borderline blind. So he had to like remember the scene where they go under the lambs and stuff?
Yeah, and they're like, "Who's there?" And he's like, "Nobody."
Yeah, they grab the underside of the lamb so he doesn't feel them when he's like checking all of his flock and stuff.
Yep.
Good
I like
books.
those were genuinely good books. I genuinely did enjoy those books.
Remember the movies? Anybody see the movies?
Yeah.
Those are really bad.
Oh, dude, just another case of Disney. Was it Disney back then, or was someone else? Did someone else make that movie? Okay, that's
That
yet
was
another thing they're gonna
who
make.
did Harry Potter? Who made Harry Potter?
Fucking those English people.
WB Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah, Warner Brothers did. Warner Brothers did for sure.
I think they might have done Percy Jackson. I don't quote me on that, but
All
I
right.
think that might have been them.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
Yeah, Warner Brothers, yeah.
Ooh, look at
For
that.
For
Nice.
wait, for which one?
Percy Jackson. Actually, no, wait. It was
1 second. I was looking up Harry Potter. Let me see.
who's the lady with the
No, it's-
torch? Paramount.
Oh, Paramount. I can't find what the fuck.
When did this movie come out?
2010. Oh, was it
2000
Fox?
2013 was the last one. Sea of Monsters.
Okay, I genuinely don't know what company made that movie. It might have
It
been
says
Fox.
distributed by 20th Century Studios.
20th Century
Oh,
Fox.
Okay, Fox.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, they were really
Cool.
bad. I think Percy Jackson would work well in like a Netflix series kind of format.
So just a TV show.
Yeah, pretty much like a TV show. Yeah, that'd be good.
Damn.
How many
it's Fox.
books were the?
There were 6 in the original series, and then there were maybe 6 in the sequel series.
I remember I read the first book of like the new series, and
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
What had
I
like
remember the cover was like it was like ice or something, like a cliff made of ice.
that's the
Percy
second one.
Jackson books.
The first one is like the golden dragon, Festus or whatever, mechanical dragon. And then the second one is Percy Jackson. He's like unconscious on a glacier.
No, that's the first one.
What? Which one had the dragon?
That's
Man.
the Lost Hero.
I
Isn't
wish
that
I
the
could
first
weigh
one?
in, bro. I have
Son
no
of-
idea.
Wait,
I
let
haven't
me
read
see,
those
dude.
ones.
You didn't read the sequel ones?
Son of
No.
Neptune.
For some reason, I just skipped those. I read.
Oh no, you're right. You're right, Anthony. It was the first one was the Lost Hero.
Yeah,
there we go.
and then the second's the Son of Neptune.
Dude, where's the one where he goes like he has to like fight in like a pit, like a fighting pit? Like Percy has
What
to
else
fight
happens?
in a fighting pit, and there's like a guy with like 100 hands. Do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
that's the fourth one.
Battle
That's
of the
the Battle of the
Labyrinth?
Labyrinth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, that's
See-
when they open up the dude's tomb, right? Or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
This would have been such a good like movie series, and they screwed it up because that first movie was so bad.
And the second one's bad too.
Have you
Okay,
seen
I know
it?
why.
I
saw
avoided it.
and it was bad. It was really bad. Was not
Titans.
any
Dude,
better.
what happened in the third? What happened in the third book, Anthony? I'm getting a lot of nostalgia from the cover.
They go to Washington D.C. and there's a kid named Nico D'Angelo and his sister something D'Angelo.
The Children of Hades.
They're the children of Hades. They do something in Washington D.C.
Something happens.
There's a Pegasus. I don't remember the rest.
Did you guys read the Kane Chronicles?
Is that
Oh,
the
about, like-
Egyptian one?
Yeah. I did not read those. I
I
didn't
read
care
the
for
first-
them.
One of those.
I think I read the first one. That was it.
Yeah, me too. I think I just lost interest for some reason.
I think that man struck gold with the Percy Jackson series and then kind of faded out because he also wrote like the Norwegian mythology and stuff, and I wasn't feeling that.
The
Yeah.
Greek one was the best. That was the best.
I think so. That was his
So
best work. And they had the Greek world level in Pop Tropica for me to play, so that was pretty cool.
Come on.
Pop Tropica.
Yeah, did you guys play Pop Tropica?
Yeah, for like a week. When I
I've
was
never
like,
played it.
I know what it is. It's like the islands, right? You go to like the different islands.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I don't know.
Can we really quick talk about the Angry Birds movies that Patrick pitched the other week?
No.
What was that? Patrick, we asked Patrick like if he was given the opportunity to direct the Angry Birds movies again, what would they look like? Did we say they had to be live action, or was that your decision?
No, it was. They were gonna be live action because they were gonna be dark.
Yeah, Patrick wanted to make like a darker live action version of the Angry Birds movies, in which like was it like in a post-apocalyptic world where the pigs had already won or something?
Yeah, yeah. It's like a dystopian future where the pigs.
I'd
like,
watch
maybe
that.
Maybe the birds are like eradicated or something. I don't know.
The pigs weren't murdering the pigs weren't murdering the birds.
They were killing their offspring.
Yeah, but not the birds directly. They just wanted
Yeah,
the
but
eggs.
then the species would die if they if they like harvested all the eggs. You know.
Not
So
to
you want
mention
to
they
write?
kill themselves as their attack. That's their only form of attack, is fucking smashing themselves against fortresses until they break and fall down. It's not
Yeah.
very viable. That's how they die off. And then all of their eggs would be eaten. So yeah, they're dead. All the birds are dead.
Essentially, what you're pitching is like Children of Men, where they have no like offspring.
Sure.
And it's just like a revenge
like-
story.
Thousands of birds left. Maybe let's just say hundreds in like a small little commune or some fucking shit.
I'm thinking it's the main 10, like the
Yeah.
white one that like all I remember is the white one was like egg shaped, and then she would release an egg like a bomb, and then go to like some shriveled up raisin state.
Yeah, like
Ugh.
yeah, and there was the bomb guy. There was
Yes.
There's just like the normal default red dude. Wasn't like the yellow one like made clones of himself, didn't he? Or something like split into multiple.
I thought that was the blue one,
Or is that the blue one? Yeah, the
the
small
little
blue
blue
one.
one.
What are
Yellow
the what did the
fast,
yellow one do?
doesn't
It was
he?
fast. That one was for getting through like wood.
I remember that because in the movie they ripped off the X-Men Quicksilver scene,
It did.
an
Yeah.
animated literal rip off of that scene.
I remember I was in a middle school production of the film Mulan. I was in a musical of that with Teddy, and there's a kid on set who would constantly play Angry Birds behind the scenes, like just out of sight on stage, constantly during the actual show, would just be playing Angry Birds on his iPod. And so I associate those two now.
Who was that?
It was a
Okay, yeah, we can just
I'll
cut
bleep it
that out.
out. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny. I totally forgot about that, but now I'm remembering. That's hilarious.
That production was just so bad. Like probably one of the worst shows I've been a part of.
Shout out to anyone watching that was also a part of it.
Yeah, shout out to our 14 subscribers. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you should. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, you should. You should just do it right now, and then you should also give the video a like. That'd be nice.
That'd be cool. And go track down that footage from my Mulan show if you can find it on YouTube. That'd be great.
I'll find it. Should we
I don't
do
it's
a
probably
react to it? Like a
I want
what are
to,
we
but I
calling it?
don't know like the
Viewing
I don't know the legality of it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I'm pretty sure, bro. I'm pretty sure Mulan was just filmed on someone's phone that year.
The quality is terrible. That is such a bad
Remember
recording. It's
I think-
awful.
I think we could just take it. It's just someone's phone footage. Unless
I'll
that
look into
one guy
that.
sues us.
He might.
It's possible.
Unless Disney sues us. Those are all Disney songs and Disney properties.
We'll have to edit the songs very quick, or like
Yeah.
in the audio, like lower the pitch.
I definitely don't want to cease and desist from Disney.
Yeah, dude. They sent in their like kill squad to take us out.
Disney terrifies me because they are like a huge corporation with a ton of power. They own everything.
hmm And they're just owning more and more by the day. Who
They
was
own
it that
ABC.
was it Apple that was going to buy Disney at one point?
Were they really? I didn't know that.
Was that the other way around?
I don't know.
I will look. Hold on. I'm on it.
I just remember when I would watch America's Funniest Home Videos hosted by Tom Bergeron when I was a kid. The winners always got to go to Disney World because I didn't know it at the time, but Disney owned ABC. And so any prizes were just giving money to Disney. It's kind of genius.
Yeah, that's true. So I looked it up. It's possible that they could have bought Disney. Apple could have. Just, I guess that's a bunch of economic reasons. So interesting.
The connection I can think of is Apple fired Steve Jobs, who then made Pixar, who then left Pixar and was then purchased by Disney.
Mm.
So Pixar was like the child of Steve Jobs. And then they made the movie Ants. No, wait, Bug's Life. And then DreamWorks made Ants to like rip it off. And Ants was a horrifying movie. Why did they look like that?
Did you ever see the Ant Bully?
What's up with all these
Oh.
ant movies?
There's so many.
Do you remember Arthur and the Invisibles where they're not invisible, they're just small, and he like
I
rides a straw?
Watch that. I have to watch that movie again.
Got Freddie Highmore in it.
It's such a weird movie.
It's bonkers. I loved it.
I loved it too, dude. When I was a kid, I loved that shit. I also liked Ants a lot.
Did
even
you
though it was
really?
fucking weird. I like the termite and ant war. That was like my favorite part of the movie because I thought it was so fucking like graphic of animated.
It was.
Movies. Like they're just killing each other. It's horrific.
One of them gets decapitated, I remember.
Yeah. And then the ant bully. I can like just barely remember it, bro.
They fight like an exterminator at the
Limited.
end,
I
right?
remember they do. I remember they like the ants crawl into his room and like drop something into his ear. Remember? And it shrinks him.
Ew.
Oh, that's how he goes down? Or that's how he shrinks? That's how
He
he
gets
goes down.
shrinked because they wanted revenge because he was like killing their population.
Don't they kick him in the nuts?
He's a war criminal.
It was
Don't they kick him in the nuts? I don't remember.
the exterminator or something. Don't they like take control of his body or something?
Probably
You know how ants are inside your body and all that.
controlling you.
What's
that
up
movie,
with bug-related media that came out when we were kids?
yeah.
Ants, Bugs
much.
Life, Ant Bully, How to Eat Fried Worms.
What?
Did you watch that one?
Holy shit! Oh, I totally forgot about that one. I
I've
never
never seen
watched
that, but I
it.
know what you're talking about.
I think the premise was like some kid was bullied. They didn't like the kid. Maybe he wanted to be popular. I don't know. But they basically said eat worms. And it was about like all the situations where he ate worms.
Like, oh, it was also a 1973 film. So
What?
the 2006 one was a was a remake.
Wait, wait, what?
This is
You know,
new knowledge to me.
The 1973 movie How to Eat
Listen.
Fried Worms?
Eating
Yeah.
worms is a time-weathered activity. Right? We've all done it. Everyone since the 70s has been out here eating worms.
Oh, maybe it was a book. Okay, wait,
Yeah,
hold
it's
on.
a book from
It was a book,
1973.
I remember the book.
and then it was okay. My bad. It was a book, and then they made it into a movie in 2006.
And then I remember
So
we had
what happens in the movie?
I don't know, he eats worms. I remember a scene where they're at the river and he's swimming with like his girlfriend or his crush or something, and the bullies like ride up on motorcycles or something, and they're like, eat worms, and he does.
Why?
It's like the climax of the film.
Why does he do it?
To impress the girl, maybe. I don't remember.
Oh my god, dude!
Maybe he was like under contract.
I wouldn't eat worms under any Well,
If you signed a
Sure.
contract.
yeah. If I was contractually obligated, I would have to, I guess. So that's fair. You got me.
That's probably what it was. At the beginning of the book, they make him sign a little piece of paper that says, "I'll eat worms for a 2-hour period."
If it is declared that I shall eat worms, it will be done.
Okay, what I remember most about that film, actually, vividly, is at the end of the movie, during the credits, they do the little "No worms were harmed in the making of this film," and I was sitting there and I was like, "Well, then, what happened to the worms he ate? Weren't they harmed?"
Yeah, and don't they like microwave one?
Yes, they do. They microwave.
Is that
What a horrible death.
is that a real thing that they did to a worm?
What a horrific death.
No, they didn't. No worms were harmed in the making of the film.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
but in the context of the movie.
Come on.
I remember something about it looking like marshmallows. I think it like puffed up or blew up or something. It's very graphic.
I'm gonna watch the trailer real quick because
It's
I remember watching the trailer a lot for a different movie that I watched.
not How to Eat Fried. Was there a sequel like How to Eat like
I
broiled
think it was
worms?
like, do you guys remember like Hoot? Was it Hoot? Maybe.
Hoot? Where they're
Yeah,
trying to save the rare burrowing owl farm from
in
the
Florida.
evil southerner trying to purchase it? Yeah, I remember Hoot.
Yeah, and the Pancake House is like they want to build more Pancake House there, I guess. And
Why'd they make the Pancake House the villain?
Owl
The Pancake House is a real group.
I don't know. And then yeah, that so I would watch that movie and the trailer for How to Eat Fried Worms would always play before that. And I was always like, dude, I don't like that they fucking blow up a worm. This movie just does not appeal to me in any way.
Oh, back when you were a kid and you'd go to put a movie on and it'd do like the coming soon to DVD. And it'd play
Exactly.
movies that have been out for like a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
See
missed
it.
that. I loved that.
All right, I'm watching the trailer right now.
Do you remember the book Swingle about like I think it had a dog, like a Doberman on the cover, and then it was about some
No,
guy.
it's called Swindle.
Oh, it's Swindle. Yeah, Swingle's a
Not
company.
Swingle. Yeah, it was Swindle, right? And like,
Yeah,
why do
yeah.
I've read that because I know what you're talking about. It has a
I
dog.
totally
I
read
know.
that too. But I remember there's like they found like a Babe Ruth baseball card and the guy like swindles them out of it. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm the homeowner, so this is my card. And they're like, we found it. We're 8-year-old kids. And it's like a source of conflict or something. I don't know if that's the actual plot, but I side with that guy.
I remember the baseball card plot. So yeah,
I mean, if they found it on his property, I think that is his.
didn't that become a movie?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Or what am I? No, I'm thinking of what's it called? The Sandlot.
Oh, I love The Sandlot. That movie's
Yeah,
really good.
I'm thinking of the one. Is there a second Sandlot? It's the
Yeah,
first
there's
one,
like
right? With the dog that they're scared of.
yeah, there's like 3 of them. That dog terrified me.
Yeah,
Big
the dog in
dog.
like the junkyard
Yeah,
Yeah.
hunts them.
don't they show its like origin story and it like blows something up in like a
Yeah,
warehouse?
but it was like it was just the kid's imagination, you know? Because when they went over to the guy's house, like
Oh,
the dog was like normal, it was just a normal dog. It
But
wasn't scary at all.
wasn't there someone telling them, like some adult telling them
yes.
that the dog like guarded a junkyard and killed a bunch of criminals?
Yes,
And
there's
like,
like some crackpot old man who's like, "Oh, this dog's evil."
yeah. And so they were fucking terrified of it, but it was just chill, I guess.
I loved that movie as a kid. That was a great movie.
I have to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a while.
I didn't care about the baseball stuff. I just that like, the dog part was really interesting.
The dog is where it's at, bro.
Dude,
I
I've
thought
seen
the
the
dog was
second one,
great.
I think.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them. One of them he gets hit in the head and goes back
What?
in time.
What? There's 3? No.
What's
tell
the
you.
one? Do you know the one with the rocket? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
What?
A rocket?
Yeah,
No.
his neighbor has like a rocket.
No.
His
What
neighbor
kind?
is like a girl, and the girl's dad is like an astro. I don't know what it is. Like people that make rockets, you know. And he has like his like a
Physicist?
toy rocket that he has. That's like
I
super
remember.
expensive. Nobody has seen it. Let me find
No.
this.
Do you remember the third one where he's a professional like MLB baseball player and he gets hit with a pitch in the skull and knocks out and he wakes up and he's like 10 years old again at the Sandlot?
Anthony, I can't tell if you're just fucking with me right now.
No, that's genuinely the third
No
Sandlot
way.
movie. I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. He gets hit in the skull with like a line, like a 90 mile per
Okay,
hour.
the Sandlot 2 is the one with the rocket.
So collectively, we've
Sandlot
seen
2.
all the Sandlots.
Yeah. I've never seen the one where he gets knocked out though.
Heading
I'm
home.
not. I can't be making this up.
You know what you remind me of? You know what movie you remind me of, Anthony?
What?
When you said like a baseball pitch, it was
Yeah.
what's that movie with like the bat and the
don't
ball
say it.
that
What
come
is
to
that?
life?
It's like All American Hero. Everybody's hero.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
The
No
ball
way.
is like sentient, and so is the. It's like a woman bat,
Yeah,
right?
it's like
I remember
they're
that movie.
Babe Ruth's bat and baseball, and there's some weird like Ratatouille flashback to someone's childhood. They go to like his childhood home. Also, at one point, someone throws a pitch called the booger ball, where he like sneezes on the
That's
ball.
what I'm.
Oh my god.
That's what I was thinking of when you
Booger
told me
ball?
like. That's what I was thinking of when you said he got knocked out by a baseball pitch. I was like,
The
I
pitch
just
that came to your mind was the booger ball.
Yes, because that movie.
Guys.
Remember, he goes to the like the big game and stuff, and he's like,
Yeah.
you know those I don't know what they're called, those giant like
Announcers.
no. The giant like things that you hang on the side of the stadium, and he swings from
Oh
them.
yes,
You know
he
what I'm
does.
talking
He
about?
does.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I know
like-
exactly what you're talking about.
And he gets 2 strikes, and then he hits it on the last one.
Yeah, why'd they make him hit the ball? Why was he a player? He's a child.
He's like 9 years old.
And they're like, you gotta play baseball now, kid. You're on the field. That was a
Yep.
bad movie.
I can barely remember that movie. I just want to read the description for The Sandlot Heading Home, the one where he time travels. That was
Yes.
released in 2007.
What? 2007?
Yeah, but just listen to this. All right, successful, arrogant baseball superstar Tommy Santorelli travels back in time to 1976 and relives his boyhood days on the Sandlot baseball team and has the chance to this time choose friendship over glory. What? That sounds horrible.
I vividly remember
Anthony.
this.
How did that even happen?
Is that they go back in
Why
time
did
to
I
the
watch
original
this?
Sandlot?
I think it's the original cast.
Is it supposed to be like that?
It might be.
Weird. How'd they
Oh,
get the
who the
original
hell is-
cast?
Who the
Oh
hell
no,
is
it's not the original cast.
Santa Santarelli? Who the hell is that guy?
I thought you were stuttering. Is his name Santa Santarelli?
It's Tommy Santa Santarelli. He's got it's Tommy and then in quotations Santa Santarelli. So his nickname is Santa.
I think it had the dog. The dog was in that movie. I think
who's
the dog
the-
is the recurring character.
Who is Santa? Who is that?
He gets hit in the head and goes back in time. He has to
So
deliver
yeah, but
presents.
I know, but which character is he from the original one?
Oh, he's not. They made him up.
I think he's made up. I don't know. I don't remember a Tommy Santa Santarelli.
They were rewriting lore.
Who's the fat kid? The fat ginger kid?
Not Smalls, but the one who says "You're killing me, Smalls."
Yeah, him.
I don't know. None of those kids they didn't go on to do anything. They just did the Sandlot and called it quits.
I feel like his name would be Butch or something like that. But yeah, they all just, except for I think the guy who played the one who actually got famous at the end of the movie. I think he kept acting, didn't he?
Oh really? He might have.
Maybe.
I remember there's a scene where they chew dip, chewing tobacco, and they go to the amusement park and they all throw up. And I didn't understand what was happening as a kid. I was just like, yeah, amusement parks make me sick too.
I didn't understand that, I think, until you just explained it to me, but only because I haven't seen that since I was, I think, 12. But dude, that makes so much more sense now.
They go on the ride that spins you around and they swallow it by accident.
Oh my god, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, and then after it, they go to they tell the scary story about the dog.
Yes. And then
And
they go back to the ride and they spin and they all go back in time to the 1930s.
Yes.
And they have to find Babe Ruth's sentient baseball bat. Do you remember the movie with that guy named Goob or whatever? And they go to the future. They go to the future.
The Robinsons. Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah, Meet the Robinsons.
Yes, Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah, that one's great.
That movie
I like
sucked.
that movie.
What?
What do you mean? It was cool.
I liked that movie.
The visuals are good.
Yeah, I liked it.
It felt strange to me.
Remember the evil hat?
Oh, the hat with the claw arms?
Yeah, and then
Hat.
yes, and they go to a future where the evil guy wins.
The hat takes over.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
Controlling all of its citizens like the chum bucket hats from fucking SpongeBob.
Yeah, they literally
Chum bucket hats.
copied the first SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
When did Meet the Robinsons come out? It's got to be after 2002.
2000. I remember seeing trailers for it as a kid at the movie theater.
I'm on it, guys.
2007 is my guess. Final answer.
2007.
Yep.
Yes.
All
I
right,
remember
let's
that. I growled when I said yes. That was disgusting.
Oh my god, there's another one coming out this year.
Inner
There's
Werewolf.
What?
a movie coming out this year.
Oh, I thought you meant Meet the Robinsons 2 coming out this year.
No. And yeah, SpongeBob, the first movie came out in 2004. So yeah, they copied it directly from SpongeBob. Good job,
Yep.
Disney.
Meet the Robinsons was not a good movie. I'm sorry to say. I did not like the there's a guy who's married to a puppet or something. And they were a frog dancing quartet. I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole family thing. There was so many weird family members.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I like the plot. The plot was cool though. Wasn't it his dad or something was an inventor? Or
an orphan. He gets abandoned.
no,
Yeah, but it's him. It's him from
it's
the future.
him in the future. Yeah, he goes to see him in the future himself.
Yeah, and he's he's got the huge family, but he only knows he's an orphan. It's all very emotional and Disney,
Yeah, and then
I don't remember it.
Goob's origin story is he was playing baseball. Remember?
Oh yeah,
You brought it up. It's because we
He,
were on this baseball team.
He fell asleep or something, and then everyone hated him.
Well,
for
yeah,
it.
no, yeah.
Everyone liked him
because he fell asleep because his roommate was the orphan who was also an inventor and worked on shit all night long.
Oh, and
So he
that's
never
why
got-
he hated him.
That was the revenge, bro. It's a masterpiece. This is a Nolan movie.
Why was this movie so advanced and non-linear in its storytelling?
It's incredible. I think we should give it a rewatch, bro.
I remember the part where the woman comes in at the very beginning at the science show, and she's like, "Oh, I got caffeine patches. It's the equivalent of 6 cups of coffee."
Yeah.
It was
That
on
stuck
every
out to
single
me.
trailer too.
Yes. It was like
It
the
always
intro joke.
Yeah, or I thought it ended. I always thought it ended like with the fucking caffeine. I got 3 batches of caffeine on every fucking one. Like
It might have.
it always
What
ended
like
on that.
what iconic movie trailers are like ingrained in our minds from childhood?
That one for sure.
That one I saw a lot.
One that kind of traumatized me was, what is it called? Lady in the Water. Have you heard of that movie?
Like,
No.
is that from our childhood?
Well, I guess not. Well, because I saw it seeing Pirates of the Caribbean fucking 2 in theaters, and it terrified me. So that's why I remember it from my childhood. But I guess one that's more ingrained in my mind would be like, Meet the Robinsons is the only one I can think of right now. Just because of that lady.
Lady in the Water came out when we were 6 years old.
I think it was meant for adults. And I saw it like in the movie theater when I was going to see Pirates of the Caribbean 2. And I remember it really scaring me. And then Pirates of the Caribbean 2 is also really scary at the beginning. If you guys remember.
It's a good one.
It, like,
when he's drinking rum and the guy shows up and he bootstrap Bill.
No, but that's scary. But even at the beginning, bro, like they start at this prison, like this pirate prison.
Oh, with the ravens?
People hanging in cages with ravens like eating their eyeballs, and people being thrown into the sea, like locked in coffins and shit. And that shit fucking terrified me. And then the rest of the movie is like fucking weird too.
And that level was really hard in the Wii game. That is a good movie. I love that movie.
I know the first one is good, like for sure. I don't know if the second one and the third one hold up as well.
The third one's not. It doesn't hold up very well. I would say the second one is like my guilty pleasure. Like I know it's not a cinematic masterpiece, but I love it. It's just so fun.
It is. It's really gross and like it's very visceral, and it's got that crazy Kraken.
The Kraken scene is so good. The part where they're fighting on the wheel is so good. Like
and the score.
Yes, I think it's
so good.
It's just such a strong part of my childhood. That was like a very formative film for me in terms of like what I like to see in movies, that I have to respect it just a little bit.
I agree with that because the character design in that movie is insane.
Yes.
Like Jones and his crew, they're all nuts. Like, who the hell comes up with that? It's awesome.
Well, they're all super iconic looking, and there's insane set pieces, and all the characters are like cool. I like it.
Yeah, I might have to rewatch it. I think it's a pretty good one, but I rewatched the first one like a week ago. Good, very good movie.
That actually does. That's a good movie.
That CGI is still pretty good. It's definitely not as flawless as I used to think it was, but it's really good for its time.
You know what
especially, it's incredible.
You know what they're remaking?
What?
The Haunted Mansion movie.
What's that?
So, like, after the success of Pirates of the Caribbean, Disney was like, all right, guys, apparently rides are profitable. Let's make The Haunted Mansion a movie. So they got Eddie Murphy, and they like butchered everything that was cool about The Haunted Mansion and made it a film. And I ate it up. Every Halloween, they would show it on Disney's like Monstober or whatever, where they would show like Twitches and the first 2 Harry Potter movies and Halloween Town. They would also show The Haunted Mansion. And for whatever reason, it's a haha goofy, not scary movie. And then there's a part where they have to go into a crypt to retrieve a key, and all these dead people come to life and are like trying to murder Eddie Murphy's daughter. And like they hold her underwater or something, and it horrified me.
I remember that.
And I just went on a rant about it for whatever reason. They're remaking it.
That's gross. I don't want to see a remake of that because I don't really like that movie that much at all.
I kind of do. It's not good, but like
that's fair. That's fair. I saw it when I was older than you were, probably.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is this?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's a bad movie, but like, again, guilty pleasure.
Is Will Smith in Men in Black?
That is Will Smith. Yeah.
Okay. Is that movie good?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Men in Black?
Yeah, I don't. It had aliens. I don't
Patrick,
know.
have you seen it? Patrick,
Men in
no.
Black? No.
Okay, interesting. I've seen it. Have you guys seen any of them?
I know they have Tommy
I saw
Lee
the
Jones.
trailer for the new one.
The new one isn't the one that came out like 7 years
Oh
ago.
my god. No. There was a new one
No,
that
it came out like 2
last
years ago, I
year.
thought.
I thought it
What?
came out last year. Hold on, let me
That's
look
this
it up.
dumb little alien. That's the whole
Oh!
joke.
I was thinking about the one where they go back in time, as you always do in the third movie of your trilogy. You're referring to the one. Yeah, you're talking about like Men in Black International, right?
God, I didn't see it, dude, but I heard it was really bad.
I heard it was terrible.
I saw 3 in theaters when I was a young lad whenever it came out, and I thought it was pretty good.
That's the one that I thought I was. Where they jump off the building and they're like, "Oh,
I'm time traveling. Whoa! That's what they say.
yeah." That's verbatim dialogue.
I'm falling through the buildings and I'm time traveling. It's really
We had a lot of good movies. A lot of good movies came out when we were kids.
I feel like we've talked about Treasure Planet on this podcast.
We've talked about Treasure Planet. I love that movie.
Let me skip that one.
What other baseball movies came out? Kidding. We don't have to talk about baseball movies.
Oh, Monster House. Have we talked about Monster House? Now let's get to Monster House.
I know Patrick loves Monster House.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, never mind. Okay. He's not as passionate about Monster House as I am. I love that movie.
I love it, dude. Monster House is fucking sick. I thought it was so good. It was like the perfect mixture of being scary, but being really fun and really cool.
Yeah.
That it was like the perfect Halloween movie for me.
The animation does not hold up at all, which makes it scarier. Yeah, it looks bad.
Like clay? Does it look like clay now?
Yeah.
That's what I was afraid it would look like. Like when I first watched it, I was like, I bet this will look like clay. Like when I'm older, I don't know why, but I guess it will, because I remember the hair in that movie just like doesn't move. Like it's just stationary.
Yeah,
like, literally clay.
It looks like clay.
It always took me out of the movie. I was like, God, dude, the hair just looks
they have like
clay.
Play-Doh hair.
It looks like candle wax, like dripped onto their craniums.
There's like one scene I remember of like hair moving in that, because I paid attention to it because it just took me out of the movie every time, because it's just so weird to see like this static putty, like Play-Doh hair all the time, you know.
Putty?
But putty, whatever. But I guess. But dude, that movie's sick. Otherwise, the animation for the house, does that hold up? Because I remember that shit being dope.
I know the chandelier was its uvula and the rug was its throat or its tongue.
Do you remember the joke about the fat kid mistaking a uvula for a vagina?
Yeah, they say like vulva or something. What is that? Why is that in the movie?
Do they say that?
I swear to God, they say vulva.
No way. No way.
I could be wrong about that.
That's hilarious. I just remember the joke about something like that, but maybe.
I remember they go down to the basement and like every ball ever has been kept there, and they find the corpse of some woman and they touch it and it like caves in on her, revealing just like bones, and it's horrifying.
Do you remember the backstory for the woman? She like fell.
She's like a circus freak and she fell into the concrete.
She became like the foundation of the house.
Oh,
she's the cornerstone.
Weird. That's so
weird. And her like corpse is in the basement, isn't it?
She was the house, right?
Yeah.
Her like spirit, like, I don't know, possessed it.
Spoilers for Monster House.
Why did she kill kids again?
She was mad. She's stuck in a house.
I think she just ate everything that got near the house. Well, because the old guy lived there with like the Play-Doh hair, you know?
Yeah.
He lived there, and
doesn't he become the good guy at the end though? Doesn't he like sacrifice himself or something?
Yeah, he gets a heart attack at the beginning, and they're like, okay, he's finally gone, this asshole who tells us to stay off his lawn because he's a dick and he takes all our basketballs and stuff, and then he gets a heart attack, And then the monster house keeps eating people. And then I think you learn that the old man and the fucking woman who fell into the concrete were like in love or something.
They were
So
lovers.
it's like, yeah, so that's wow. It's
And
like
then
almost Shakespearean.
someone blows up Monster House. They get like dynamite from a construction site and they like nuke the house.
Yeah, I thought it was the old guy who
I
did
think
that.
it's
Did
the
he
old
not
guy.
die?
He might have. They were like fighting. The house was like moving and they were in like they were
No,
over like a
it's
quarry
definitely
or
the
something.
old guy, I think, who kills him because he wanted to like undo the thing he did. Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
want the. He doesn't want
Did
the.
he like
the
see? Did he
spirit.
trap the soul in that house? That's not his fault.
I don't know. He wanted her to move on, I think.
Yeah.
So he
He wanted her-
bombed it? I don't get it.
He just released her, I guess. He was like, well, also because she was attacking people. Remember, she grows, like, the house comes alive and, like, becomes this giant porcupine thing with, like, tree limbs because
She
she's
eats
in
a
control.
mailman.
Of the
Yeah, it like
trees.
walks around at the end.
Yeah, so he, like, has to destroy it. So he's like, I'll do it.
Yeah, that kind of is on him. That's your fault.
It's very stupid. Have you guys seen The Thing? This is kind of off topic, but
John Carpenter's?
yeah.
I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
Have you seen it, Patrick?
Is that the thing where like? Isn't that like where they're like in the Arctic or something?
Yeah.
I've seen clips from it, but I don't know what the movie's about.
Oh, dude. That movie's so good.
That movie's incredible.
Something about like Monster House reminded me of The Thing because The Thing just has such crazy effects of like hands and shit growing out of things.
The chest opening up.
Oh yeah, the chest opens up and it's a mouth. Dude, like
Yeah.
it reaches in and like chomps. That's just
I remember
I love that.
I was it's great. I remember I was dating a girl and I invited her over to watch a movie at my house and to make caramel apples. And then I don't know if she like didn't like caramel apples or if I just messed the recipe up horribly, but we watched The Thing, which she just like did not end up enjoying. But I love that movie. I'd already seen it. So I'm sitting there like watching a movie I already know I love while she's not enjoying it. And then I'm eating all the carameled apples because she didn't want any. I'm sure she had a horrible time, but I loved it. I had a great time. Did Teddy just like die? Teddy's just gotten like completely silent.
I think I lagged out for like fucking 30 seconds. I didn't hear anything you just said. What the hell?
That's okay.
Wow, that
That's
sucks.
okay.
Damn it. Yeah, I was just lagging out. I just heard you cutting in and out, like just saying random things like I just heard. And so that's how you make caramel apples. And then like you just cut out. And then you cut back in and you're like, so it was a fantastic date overall. I was like, what is this man talking about? So yeah, my bad. I don't know what happened.
No, you're good. It's probably we'll see how that ends up in the recording. We've had a problem in the past with recordings where they're just like unintelligible messes.
Yeah, we'll see how that one turns out. I don't know.
We'll see how this whole thing turns out. This baseball themed episode.
Baseball and Monster House themed episode.
Yeah, this one's
There's a lot
probably
of
the
old
hardest.
movies and old books we read.
Honestly, this is just like a nostalgic episode. Normally, we finish an episode and I know exactly what I'm going to call it and what to do for the thumbnail. I have no idea what to do for this one. I'm at a loss.
You could do Monster House, like the three of us.
Or you could do the baseball from Everyone's Hero.
Oh yeah, one of us could be holding the baseball, and the other two could
It's
be
like screaming or something. It's terrified.
Yeah, the
in the
ball is like screaming in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ball and the bat are in like an abusive relationship.
What? Man, I need to see that movie again.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's actually discussed in the film, but like, I think they're dating, and the bat just like smacks the ball constantly. Oh my god!
Chicken
I'm looking at a picture of it. That's horrifying. Why do they look like that?
Is
Send
it
it
Ew.
in the Discord.
I'm looking at it on my phone. Do you think we can watch this,
Oh.
and not get a copyright strike?
It's distributed by 20th Century Fox.
Oh, they destroy us. No, we can't get away with that.
Run us into the ground.
Bad movie,
Oh my
though.
god, that looks horrific. That looks
No, look at the
horrific.
bat though. Look for the bat.
Do you guys remember Chicken Little? That's a baseball movie, or I think it has baseball in it.
That's definitely yeah. There's baseball in that film,
Chicken Little like has a bat that's just too big for him
and he's bad at baseball, and he's embarrassed.
because he's Chicken Little, and he also lies about like what the sky falling. Is that what that is? Yeah, like the sky. Isn't it aliens in that movie?
He didn't lie though. He was correct.
Little
He's
troll
correct.
doll aliens. I got the toy from McDonald's.
Nobody
Oh.
believed him, but he was in the right.
He was in the right. He was
in
the
there.
hero, dude. He was almost
Justice for
martyred.
Chicken Little, please.
Come on, dude. The savior of our time.
I remember at one point they're watching like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it's just straight up footage from that movie.
Oh yeah.
It's really weird.
Isn't that wild? Like Chicken Little is fucking rolling a giant concrete ball through the downtown of his wherever he lives.
Yeah, there's some Boulder joke. Where do they live? Something Acorns? Golden Acres?
Who knows, man?
If I'm right, I want some money for that. I'm looking up Chicken Little hometown.
Do you remember the fish in the helmet with the
Oh,
water?
fish out of water?
Yeah.
And he just was unintelligible.
Oh, never
Great
mind.
character design. Like
They
genuine.
live in Okie Oaks.
They live in Okie. You couldn't
Okie
have come
Oaks?
up with something worse than that.
I live in
Okie
Okie Oaks.
Okie Oaks.
Remember when they play End of the World?
Yeah, by REM.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
no.
what's they also play what is it? One Little Slip at the beginning?
One little slip.
Yeah, and he like loses his pants to gum.
Yes, and he has to wear origami pants.
Yeah, and he like shows up late to dodgeball.
I
Gets
had that game
bullied.
on Game Boy, and I could not beat the alien level. It was too hard for me.
How many of these old movies have you had on Game Boy?
Not. I think it's the only one.
Didn't you have Shrek?
Oh, I did have Shrek. In fact, I had Shrek 2 on the Game Boy, like the movie itself, and I could watch it on my Game Boy. And so it's like a movie that was in like 720p that's been compressed to be like 240. And it's unwatchable. It's so bad. They like the audio is a bit compressed too.
I want to watch it.
I used to have an
There you
old
go.
like iPod, you know,
Mhm.
and I only had one movie on it, and it was Marley and Me. You know, remember that movie?
Why Marley and Me?
Is that
I
the one
don't
where
know.
the dog
It's the one with the
dies?
dog, the golden retriever that dies. Yeah,
Oh
gets hit
man.
by like a car.
Why was Owen Wilson like the heart of that film? And why do they keep making movies about dogs reincarnating?
It's a trend that's been going on for years. I don't know why.
Yeah, what was that one? A dog's
A
home or
dog's
something?
journey, a
A
dog's
dog's
purpose.
A dog's life.
I
don't
watched a movie called The Art of Racing in the Rain. And it's about some
Oh.
Italian guy, and he's a car driver in like Seattle, like a race car driver, and he's got a dog. And then he dies in like a car crash or something. No, wait, the dog dies and then is reincarnated as a person.
In a car crash?
Someone dies and they're reincarnated as a person in Italy. They become like an Italian child. The dog becomes an Italian child, and that's how they reunite.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds weird.
Why are people so obsessed with the idea of their dogs coming back to life? Like, I
Wait,
get
was
it.
Good, Anthony?
I hated it. My grandma
Oh,
cried though.
Did you feel any emotion at all?
Anger, hatred. I don't know. It just wasn't a good movie.
Have you guys seen the
Hotel for Dogs, yes.
Hotel? Yeah, it's exactly what I was gonna say. Have you seen Hotel for Dogs?
No, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, have you guys seen footage of the new Marvel game that they made, or whoever made?
Oh, the Avengers game?
Yeah, the Avengers game.
Yeah,
It looks gross.
I didn't. I saw like a guy playing as Hulk. He would just grab people and like throw them.
It's like the real Hulk.
Yeah.
He's a hero.
He's a hero.
It was weird though. Like there's like customization and stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
how it
like
works.
looting. It's got like looting, bro, and it's got like I'm pretty
You
sure I
have
saw
it?
somewhere. No, I've just seen it. I just been like following it a little bit because I think I was excited for it originally, but it just looked worse and worse the more I saw of it because like it didn't look very good graphically at all in the first place. And apparently it's like a looter shooter almost Avengers game.
So I run around as Hulk and like, what do you mean by looter?
Like you play through the missions and you kill enemies and you have to open these little chests in each mission and grab loot to level up your gear so that you can be a stronger Avenger.
Oh
in every
God, it's
mission.
Destiny.
It's Destiny. It's Destiny. And each character, I think, is going to have a separate battle pass that you can buy. Each like Avenger character.
Bad. I don't like it. That's bad.
So this game is kind of like, I don't know, man. I really was excited for it, but it is just Destiny slash like Anthem, if you guys have heard of that one.
But they should make a game where you play as Hulk and you track down like jaywalkers and you smash them into the concrete.
Yeah, come on. I mean, dude, but like think of all the things you could do with an Avengers game, and this is what they chose, you know? Like it just doesn't really make sense to me to make a Destiny game based off
They
of
should
the
just
Avengers.
well, I want like maybe I think everything should be open world because I have trash brain and I just like open world games. But
Open world, big
open world, big freedom. But if you took like
freedom.
New York City and then you could play any Avenger, that'd be
Come on.
fun.
Come on. That's sick, dude. Like, has anyone here played Spider-Man on PS4?
Nah,
Damn. Okay,
but it
well,
looked really good.
it's so fun, and it's good, bro. And good God, dude, like, if they could just do something like that with the Avengers, like, oh. But of course they chose to do this, and so I watched like the gameplay of the first mission, and it's like almost on rails. Like, there's no freedom to what you can do, and you just have to press a couple buttons to just smash all the enemies around you. And there's like quick time events. It's just totally not what I was hoping for.
I want a game where like you play as any. Well, if I'm thinking Hulk, you should like build up momentum by running, and you like can't. You don't want to like run into objects, but you want to like time your button presses or whatever. So it's like you're grabbing stuff, and you could like jump onto like the side of buildings, and then like launch yourself from the side to the next one. That'd be fun.
There's an old game like that. That's old now, so probably
Godzilla King of Monsters on the GameCube.
Yes, dude. Oh my God, don't even get me started on that game, bro. That is the best, genuinely maybe the best game ever made.
Was that a 3D fighter or a 2D fighter?
It was 3D. And dude, you could destroy like an entire city.
Play that on the channel.
We should. How can we do it? But yeah, that's a great idea.
Once my school kicks us off campus.
Oh yeah.
And I'm forced to return, we can play some GameCube games.
I'll play some GameCube games. Maybe I can find a way to play some emulator or something.
But you didn't hear us say that. We didn't say that, but we may be playing that game sooner than you guys think, fans.
That's right.
I didn't realize Patrick said BRB 2 minutes ago. I have no idea where he went. We do a closing intro, outro is what it's called.
Yeah. So to our how many is it? 17?
I mean 14 when you take away the fact that we subscribe to ourselves.
To our 14 subscribers, thank you for subscribing. If you made it to the end, leave a like if you want. Leave a comment if you want. Subscribe.
Subscribe for sure. That one's the most important.
If you're not already. If you're new here, welcome. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, yeah.
Time.
Perfect.
What was that? What was that sound?
What sound?
What do you mean, what sound?
What was that noise?
That was me.
Yeah, but what was it?
my mouth.
Were you like holding back a sneeze?
No, I just...
How is that like a natural bodily sound?
I really had to extort my like lungs to make that noise. That came
That was
from the
horrifying.
depths of my soul.
That like took over the microphone. That freaked me out.
Now this can be our whole outro.
Be the outro, and then the video's not going to end for like 2 minutes because of how horrifying that sound was.
I can't wait to hear it because I want to hear it from your end.
I'll be sure to like distort it in the audio.
Yeah, dude.
All right, now we
Oh.
gotta end it.